10th. November 10th.
It's November 10th, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club, right here in Levittown, New York. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show on govsradio.com. That is the website. You can see our show there. Gov's Comedy Club Radio is the YouTube page, the YouTube channel, excuse me. You can see our show there. And Gov's Comedy Club Radio is the Facebook page as well, and you can see our show there. If you don't want to watch our show on your device or your computer, you want to sit back on the couch, you want to enjoy a nice drink and some good food while sitting back on your couch and watching this mess, you can grab your smart TV, your Apple TV, your Roku, your Fire Stick, and all that smart stuff, and you can download an app called Boxcast. And you can find all the great govsradio.com shows right there on Boxcast. That's right. As our good friends Dr. Don Sill and Dr. Ken Pichelle say, we on TV, y'all! That's right. Hope everybody's well. Good to see everybody here this morning. Hope everybody's all right.
I feel like your head's getting chopped off.
You feel like my head is getting chopped off?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I lean in and sometimes it gets chopped in a little bit right there. Chopped off a little bit. So what?
Hi, everyone.
No, I'm not. I'm not like this, right? No. Hello, Joan. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Jack. Hello, Susan.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show.
Yeah, actually, it's a good idea. Stay right there.
I'll get like half a nostril. Quit looking at my boobs.
I don't even see the rest of you. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Hope you're well. And speaking of tuning in, please like and share the show. Hit those hearts, hit those likes, and share this page, or share the page and this show to any page you feel like sharing it to. Every page? Any page, every page will. Yeah, but don't get me in trouble over there.
I know. He gets yelled at all the time because like.
Yeah, she's using my phone to share, and she shares it to pages that have asked me to not share it.
I know. But you know what? I just hit it, like, by mistake. But usually I know now, and I'll go back and I'll delete it so you don't get yelled at.
Please like and share the show to all these great pages. Hello, Lorraine. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this morning. We appreciate the support if you like and share. And please tell everybody you know about govsradio.com and all the great shows there, including ours. And while Sallie is doing the sharing, I will do the reading of the ads. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by Roslyn Social, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. Their rooftop lounge is open. They're open for takeout, curbside pickup, delivery, and on your favorite food service apps. Even their famous desserts and cocktails are available to go as well. So please call Roslyn Social at 516-801-4963. That's 516-801-4963. And say hi to Nick. Thank you from Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge. Please check out our to-go curbside menu. Hello, Kirsten. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body, who for more than 25 years has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Two Eagles Auto Body handles foreign and domestic automobiles and motorcycles using such techniques as state-of-the-art paint spray booths and computer color matching. Hello, Pat. Hello, Manuel.
And sorry to interrupt you, but my sister Cindy is using them. And so far, like, you know, like with car guys, like, sorry, but usually with car guys, you're like waiting for that disappointing moment. Like, seriously, it's like they're family. Like, they're making the calls, they're doing every single thing like the second a family member would. Like, they're completely on top of it so far. Like, wow. Well, good people, good guys.
Right. And in the event of an accident, Two Eagles Auto Body has their own tow trucks and will walk you through the process from start to finish.
And they have.
They've done that for Cindy because she had a car accident.
Yeah.
And they're taking care of business with her every step of the way.
Really good.
From tow through insurance process to return of your vehicle, Two Eagles Auto Body is with you. So please call Two Eagles Auto Body at 516-328-2527, 516-328-2527. They're located in New Hyde Park, and ask for John Rossi. Tell him Knockem Dead Comedy sent you. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Gina Congemi Coffin. licensed real estate broker with Signature Premier Properties. 631-495-7696. 631-495-7696. As we tell you every day, Gina handled the sale of my house. Did a super job. Did a perfect job, really. Did a perfect job. I didn't have a single complaint. We didn't have a single problem. We were having problems with the broker we were using before Gina got involved. And Gina helped us get rid of that clown and took over and did a super job. So that's Gina Kangemi-Coffin, licensed real estate broker with Signature Premier Properties, 631-495-7696. Gina will work so hard for you and sell your house so fast it'll make your
head spin.
Hello, Pat. Hello, Adam Snare. Hello, Elizabeth. Thank you, everybody, for joining in this morning. Almost done with the ads. Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, also brought to you by Bella Vista Pizza.
Bella Vista Pizza.
Bella Vista Pizza.
I was caught off guard because I shared twice to a place, so I had to re-delete it. And then I got I had to delete it. Go back and delete it. Yeah.
Bella Vista Pizza, located
Bella Vista Pizza.
154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview. That's 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview. That's almost right in the smack middle of Long Island, so it's convenient to get to. But they will also deliver. And you will be thrilled that they deliver because it is the best pizza you'll ever have in your life. We've brought many of our friends there. We brought guests from our show there after our show. Mark White of the Spin Doctors. And he loved it. He loved it. Mark lives... Well, he's in Oregon now. He spent some of his time in Houston. So when he comes back and he wants to have good New York pizza, he goes to Bella Vista Pizza. 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview. 516-433-4464. The nicest guys over there. Great service, fantastic food. Bella Vista Pizza, 516-433-4464. Tell them that Knockem Dead Comedy sent you, and you'll get yourself a free garlic knot. So make sure two people in your house go in, so you can both tell them you get one garlic knot each. Hello, Miranda. Hi, everybody. People are signing on. Nice to see you all.
I noticed you don't say Oregon anymore.
Oregon. Hello, Nikki. Governor's Comedy Club Radio would like to thank you all for choosing Governor's Comedy Club Radio, govsradio.com, to watch during this crazy year. We hope we've entertained you. We hope we've kept you laughing. And now is a great time to show your favorite station some love. Go to teespring.com, teespring.com. Scroll down until you see the search bar. Type in Govs Radio in that search bar, and that will take you to our page on teespring.com where we're selling some swag. Govs Radio swag. T-shirts, hats, mugs, face masks, all sorts of cool swag right there for Govs Radio. You can get the Govs Radio logo on your swag. You can get your favorite Govs Radio show on your swag. You can get both logos on your swag.
You say swag a lot.
Swag. The money from the Govs Radio swag goes to Govs Radio. We are currently in the process of improving our studio with the technology. Hopefully the microphones and the video screens and the telephones will be working soon so we can get back to normal around here. We're also, as you can see, we did a nice paint job here, and we're going to do some decorating. And of course, the money goes to providing you guys with some great quality content that you would expect from Governor's Comedy Club. So we appreciate the support with Teespring, with the sharing, all the support. Any support is appreciated very much. Take a picture of yourself with your Govs Radio swag and send it to us on Facebook. And then we'll send you a free pass to any of the 3 Governor's Comedy Clubs. 3 clubs, 5 great stages, all of them great shows. Governor's Comedy Club, the place to be. And speaking of Governor's Comedy Club, please go to govs.com and join Governor's Comedy Club's mailing list, where you can get exclusive information, you can get more free passes, you get all sorts of cool stuff, govs.com. And of course, govsradio.com, that is the radio station's website here. You can read all about all the shows here. You can see our updated schedule. We post weekly what's cooking here at Govs Radio. It's not that bad.
What do you mean?
I'm not cut off that bad. Some people prefer it.
I'm sorry. What?
Just go up a little bit more.
Hey, Adam.
Now I forgot where I was. Govsradio.com. And, of course, KnockemDeadComedy.com. That is the comedy club that Sallie and I are involved in. We travel all over the place, and we perform audience interactive comedy shows, like comedic murder mysteries, comedic game shows, comedic kid shows, even custom comedy. You're having some kind of an event, need a fun show to tailor around that event, we can do that for you. Having a corporate function, a fundraiser, a private party, you have a catering hall or a restaurant or something with a private room, you want to have some entertainment, Knockem Dead Comedy, baby. You'll have a lot of fun with us, promise. KnockemDeadComedy.com. So thank you guys, and again, we appreciate the support, the sharing and whatnot. And don't forget Best of Long Island. Please vote for Gov's Radio for Best Radio Station, Knockem Dead Comedy for Best Party Entertainment.
Tony for Best Personality.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And some of our shows are up for Best Podcasts, and a lot of our comedian friends are up for Best Comedian, Best Musicians, a lot of friends up for various things on the Best of Long Island. Governor's Comedy Club is up for Best Nightclub, so we appreciate the support there. Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday. We got Tuesday trivia coming your way in a little while.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I actually started putting a note in my phone to, like, find questions, Friday, because, like, I'm, like, all stressed Tuesday morning.
Are you settling in all right?
Yeah, I'm trying.
So you put together some trivia questions for today? You're good to go?
Yep. Uh-huh.
And really, you start working on Friday?
Sometimes.
Why?
Well, I'll just think about, like, something interesting, and then I'll try to find a question relating.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it was a problem because I started doing it a few weeks ago, and if you notice, not last week, but the week before, in my head, I thought I finished it. And then when the day of the trivia came out, I started reading the questions, and I only have to do 6 questions, and 4 of them weren't done. Like, they were, like, kind of like half done, like, ooh, come up with a question about this. I'm like...
Good thing I was prepared with more questions, as I am today.
You are?
Yeah.
Why do you have more? Just in case I screw up?
I'm
not opposed.
No, I've done this.
It's a good business model.
No, I've done it before where I'll find a good series
use it.
a good series of questions. I'm like, I'm just going to put these down now so I don't forget. And then, I'll save it for next time. Andy Plajanos says, I'm used to being cut off on the top there because my leg is cut off.
Yeah, and I interrupt him a lot. Oh, I'm better about that, right?
Oh, yeah.
I am. I'm so much better.
Absolutely.
I'm so much better.
Yeah, I'm saying yes, aren't I?
No, like for real though.
For real?
Like,
for realsies?
Yeah. Because I've been working on it.
Okay. Yes.
Because I was really just going to say to myself, like, if it really hasn't shown, then I'm just not going to work on it anymore. Because this is really the best I could be. Yeah, like for real. I was going to be like, I should work on something else because that is never going to get better.
Hello, Joe Staz, you jailbird. To all my veterans, thank you for your service. Don't forget the free veteran meals tomorrow.
Yeah, Andy's been posting a lot of veteran stuff, so thank you.
Well, that was actually Jack that said that.
Yeah, I know, but I was just saying about Andy. I've been reading a lot of his posts, and so thank you. Because, tomorrow we're not even going to be here, so I feel like we should, just say thank you now.
But it's actually a double shot because today is the 245th birthday of the Marines.
Oh, nice.
And then tomorrow is Veterans Day.
Yeah, they're just amazing. Like, I just remember my dad talking about, like, stories of Marines.
Your dad was in the Marines?
No, but his older brother was. And his older brother was 10 years older than him, and he enlisted in World War II. He lied, and he was only, like almost 17. And so he was, like, this, like, child, And so, yeah, a lot of the stories, and he was just on, as, the Marines, the major front line, so.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Where, in Germany?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he had, and he came back, and as my family always does, everything, even though it's, really serious, they somehow make it into something funny. but it's, the O'Neill way. But my dad's whole family, they grew up in Hell's Kitchen, which now it's like, prime real estate in Manhattan. But back in the day, it was a shit
It was
show.
hell
It was
in Hell's Kitchen.
hell in that Hell's Kitchen. But he comes back from the war, and they moved, and no one bothered to tell Jack. So Jack just wandered through the streets with his knapsack, like wondering where his family was.
Wait a minute.
Find them.
All right, wait a minute.
Find them. They just moved to like another apartment, like in another part of Hell's Kitchen, but no one thought,
Nobody told them that they moved.
Get some type of notice. By the way, if our son Jack survives and comes home, we're 7 blocks down on your right.
But wait a minute. But it's twofold. What about him? He didn't notify the family to say he was coming home.
I don't know.
Or when the war was over.
No, and Uncle Jack.
You want to get that?
Melrose,
Massachusetts. Enter.
Hello.
This is an urgent message for the vehicle owner. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. You should have received something.
Okay, let me even tell you about this car extended warranty thing. That's the first time I've gotten it. Maybe people can tell me what the heck that is.
I get it.
Sam gets an extended warranty voicemail every day of his life, and Sam owns his own car.
Yeah, it's some kind of scam. That's why I told you to answer it.
I know, but
and you didn't put it on speaker.
I know, because I just was gonna, I wasn't gonna do it.
Oh, I thought we'd take the number down and call them. And then we get Derek in here to smack you.
But anyway, so happy Veterans Day tomorrow.
No, wait a minute. We're in the middle of a story. See, what about you? So
I could totally see
your Uncle
Jack not bothering to write anyone to tell him that he was coming home.
All right, so it's partially his fault. So you're telling me he actually so who took him to Hell's Kitchen? So he flies back, and I'm sorry, what was he in? The Navy?
Marines.
Oh, he was the Marine.
Yeah.
So the Marines fly him back to whatever base.
Mm-hmm.
And then what?
And he could have gotten word back, or they could have gotten a hold of him.
Well,
he was in the front lines in the very in the beginning and the middle, and then towards the end of the war, they actually had him. He was remember remember in Forrest Gump when in the war he was the ping pong champion.
Yeah.
Okay, well they did that with my Uncle Jack. He was a really excellent boxer, which you kind of have to be when you grew up in Hell's Kitchen. And he ended up being one of the major boxers for the Marines in the middle of the war. So it's not like they could have it's not like he was hiding in a tree somewhere or
Well, all right, wait a minute. So what you when they used to send Bob Hope to entertain the troops?
Yeah.
It was that they would have boxing matches to entertain the troops in the middle of the war?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So, all right, so why not, did you ever Google him? Jack O'Neill, Marine boxer.
I don't know, man. He's so old. He's been dead for a really long time, too.
Oh, my goodness. I'm not saying...
really long. All right, I'll look.
I'm not saying let's find him and talk to him. I'm saying there might be
that'd
pictures and stuff from back then.
Maybe. John, because, there's not a lot of John O'Neills.
Well, that's why I said Marine boxer.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing it right now. John O'Neill, Marine.
All right, so
boxer.
Elizabeth's dad was in the Marines for 17 years. Oh, was was 17 years when he stormed the beaches in Iwo Jima. I'm not saying that right?
Hiroshima.
What?
Heroes.
No, not Hiroshima. Iwo Jima. I've seen the city named a million times. I've never actually pronounced it out loud. Now it just hit me that I don't know how to say it. Hello, Andrew Fender. One of my USAF buddies went to see his parents in Little Rock, Arkansas. They had moved to Spokane, Washington. Well, he probably took a bus from his post to the Port Authority. Okay, and that's what I'm asking. So, all right, so he takes a bus, gets to the Port Authority. Then what? I mean, did this guy then walk to Little Rock from the port? I'm sure there's a Port Authority in Little Rock, but then what? He just walked the rest of his way to the house? I mean, he didn't call anybody? or get word to somebody, hey, I'm home. Like, these families didn't know. The war was over. You would think the family would then say, oh, you know what? We should get word to them that we don't live there anymore. And that's a big difference.
Yeah, like poor Uncle Jack just had to walk around the neighborhood for several hours trying to figure it out.
Andrew Plajanos' grandfather boxed for his unit. They did it. They all did it. It wasn't like Bob Hope level.
Yeah, it wasn't at all, but it wasn't.
But that's what I meant. But they did that. It wasn't just like boxing with the troop you were with.
No, like
during
that was
downtime.
your job.
Right. So, but they brought all the troops in to some city where, all right, come see a boxing match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it was used to entertain all the troops.
Yeah.
Is what I'm asking. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what happened? You looked?
Yeah.
What?
No, there wasn't anything.
There was nothing?
No, nothing about him.
Bet you a quarter that by the time we come back here on Thursday,
You'll find something.
I'll find something. It might be.
I don't even know his middle name. That's the problem too.
Nobody would know that? Your sisters? Nobody? Did he have kids?
Maybe.
Do you-
No, but I'm not even like I don't even know them.
Why not?
I've never met his kids. He's
Really?
got like 4 boys in Pennsylvania.
Why? What,
I don't know. I've
he
just
wasn't
never met
close.
him.
He wasn't close to your dad.
They were like close in phone call ways, but they didn't really like visit much.
What about? Oh, so even when you were kids, Jack
No.
never said, "Hey, brother, I'd like to meet your kids. You're my family."
Well, I saw him, but he never like he would come over to visit, but not with his kids.
He didn't bring his kids with him.
Because they were like older, like he had his kids like really fast,
Well-
and he's the oldest of the family. And then my dad
Right.
is the youngest,
And he had you
I'm
kinda
the
late.
baby. Yeah,
Your father
like,
was pushing 40 when he had you.
they
Wasn't
were both like mid-30s
Yeah, okay.
when they had me. I was the youngest of 3, so I'm sure Cindy's 14 years older than I am, and she had a completely different life as far as knowing relatives. You know.
All right.
Anyway,
We'll find out from Cindy his full name.
all right.
Right, exactly, Joe Stas. Why didn't he just call an Uber? Hello, Ken Pichelle. I'm talking about Sally's uncle at the Port Authority. Well, excuse me, Andy Plajanos. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. That's like
Well, that's because, like, remember when you used to be Italian and you used to, like, stay in contact with, like, your family, like, all the time? Like, every day, all the time. And, like, now that you're Irish, we don't do that.
All right. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I agree with that because my Italian side, my mother's side is Italian, and yeah, we stayed in touch all the time. We saw them all the time as kids. We did everything together. But my father's side was kind of a mix, but mainly Irish and English. And yeah, I don't know them. But it also has to do with my father leaving.
The Irish, like, they walk into your house, and it's literally like you saw them yesterday. Like, it's like, yeah, come on in, and then that's, like, the end of it. It's not like, well, why haven't I heard from you in 17 hours and 62 minutes? Whereas, like, the Italians seem to be like, you're either, I see you every single day, or you're dead to me for 10 years.
Right, because Italians appreciate their families and they're close, where Irish just, they hang out with their families, they drink, they get drunk, so they beat each other up and they get mad at each other and they decided not to go back. So Andy
I
Plajanos
think
is...
that's Scottish that beat each other up.
No, I think it's...
Irish.
Andy Plajanos is disagreeing with you.
What?
He's saying they just had boxing matches on the base. They didn't box, like, publicly for all the different... to entertain all the troops. It was just on their base.
I thought he was like a boxer. Like that was kind of his job for a little while.
Andy is saying no to you.
Okay. I would believe Andy, like, literally over anyone I know, but even in my own family.
Regarding the Marines or the armed forces or anything in life?
Anything in life.
Wow.
Yeah, anything in life. Yeah.
Well, now Andy's going to say a whole bunch of
He's
stuff.
like Google.
Well, happy birthday to the Marines. Thank you for your service. And happy Veterans Day to all the veterans tomorrow. Yeah, we are not here tomorrow.
No, and I know.
But tomorrow, sorry.
No, go.
Flip the Switch with Marla Schultz premieres at her new time, Wednesdays at 11 a.m. That's tomorrow. Marla Schultz. Don't miss it.
I know we have to like start trivia soon, but I have like a couple of things that are
No,
really
let's do it.
exciting, and you probably heard because I cut the cord like months ago, so I don't have like daily news in my house all the time. I just read it, so it's probably big news to everyone, and everyone already knows. But I don't know if you know, but they Pfizer came out with a vaccine.
No.
Yeah, like it's really serious.
What do you mean by came out? Like submitted it for approval?
No, it's been through all the tests. They
It's available to the public.
well,
I didn't hear this at all.
yeah, it's big news. Pfizer did studies, and it's going to be rolled out now. Like within like the next few weeks, it's going to start to go by December. Healthcare workers and the elderly are going to have it.
Nice.
And then in the beginning of the year, they're going to make a whole bunch more. And it's a really, really, really good vaccine. The test came back in, and 90% of people in the groups that they tested were protected. Like, and in a regular flu vaccine, you're completely lucky to get 50% of the people protected that have taken the shot, and 90% were protected. And they did. There's some things that are bad about the shot, not health wise.
Well, if you're in the 10%, that's bad.
That it's 90%. It's never happened before. It's crazy. The bad things about it is that you need 2 shots. You need one shot. And then a couple of weeks later, you need a second shot, and then the other bad thing is that it has to be sub-zero. Like we need these like freezers to keep the vaccine to give it. So like transportation for the vials is more difficult than a vaccine that could just be left on the shelf. So that's bad, but it's good.
Well, they'll figure that out. That's no problem.
Yeah, and they've already started buying like freezers and stuff, but it's a whole different vaccine. It was discovered through Pfizer and a company in Germany also. They work together. And it's called the mRNA vaccine. It uses genetic material called mRNA, and it tricks cells into producing just bits of protein that look like the virus. The immune system learns to recognize it and attacks those bits, and then it will attack like the real virus, the real COVID. They've never done this before, so it's really exciting news.
What are the side effects?
None.
Come on. Wow. So who did they test it on?
They had big control groups. They
People with the virus?
Yeah. People that were exposed to the virus. So.
But what about people who have it already? Can they take this and it'll be gone? Be gone with you, COVID.
Well, the idea of a vaccine is to
There he is, Uncle Jack.
Andy just sent me this World War II boxing matches. Thanks, Andy. The idea of a vaccine is to prevent you from getting the COVID. So you have to take, like, for example, like 100 people, although the control group was so much larger. Like, you have to take, like, 100 people, and you have to have, like, some people, like a certain percentage of people that are just getting fake vaccine. And then out of the 100 people, are you yawning or something? What were you doing? What was that?
I was trying to cover it since we're doing a live show and you're talking.
So out of those 100 people, such a small amount of people got it when they were exposed to it. So that's how they do it. You can't give it to people that already had it because they already have their own immunity. They wouldn't need it.
Well, but that's not true. Apparently the immunity only lasts like 3 months or something.
Yeah, but they don't know how long it lasts, so they can't use those people. If you've ever tested positive for it, you can't be in that group.
So they tested people, and 10% of those people still got COVID or tested positive for COVID after taking this vaccine.
Even less, because it's actually over 90% of the people. that were protected.
I thought you said 90%.
I did say 90, but it's even like better. So yeah, and Fauci was like, "Oh my God, this is genius! This is amazing."
Oh,
He's
yeah?
so excited. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So by December, first responders and elderly in America will have it?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're going to be, I don't know about the elderly, but I wonder if the first responders are going to be mandated to take it.
I don't know. I mean, this is
Wow, that is
pretty great
that is
news.
big. That's great news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Adam Snare says the Irish are always drunk and forget that they just saw you.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh look.
Everybody's saying, Andy Pajanos, the San Francisco 49ers are named for a sexual position for midgets. I don't know what that means, but it's pretty funny. Adam Snare says no thanks on the vaccine. So Adam, you wouldn't take it? Hello, Greg DiFilippo. Eli Lilly got approved by the FDA to give the antibodies to people who have mild COVID and not hospitalized. Who's Eli Lilly? Elizabeth gave us that information. Andrew Plajanos, cheese is actually what comes out of cows. You make milk from cheese. They started that rumor,
What?
so not everyone would own a cow. Way too early to tell about the side effects. There are side effects for 24 hours who get the vaccine. Meaning what? So for 24 hours you may feel cold or sick or something, and then after that you're okay?
Because you're fighting it. You're fighting a small, fake.
Couches are animals illegally poached off of preserves in Africa. At the current rate, we will be out of couches by 2050. I guess because you called them the human Wikipedia, or what'd you call them, the Google?
Oh, is that what he's
So
doing?
he's giving us.
So he's giving us fake news. I'm like. Anyway, did you have anything that you wanted to talk about before the?
Can't wait to get Andy back in here.
Before the trivia.
Well, COVID related. Yeah, everything else I have can wait, but COVID related. I was actually wrong. Apparently, here in New York State.
Wow.
I know, that's a shocker that I was wrong. Parts of New York State are seeing upticks in the number of new coronavirus infections. Mm-hmm. So the State University of New York system, SUNY, announced a plan that is designed to allow campuses to safely return to in-person instruction for the spring semester. So they've delayed, which this I believe is old news. They've delayed here in New York. I don't know if this is nationwide, but here in New York, the SUNY schools, the semester ends when the kids leave for Thanksgiving break, and then they usually go back for a few weeks, and then they get their month off. But they're not going back after that Thanksgiving break, and they're not returning until February 1st. So they're getting 2 months off.
Yeah.
I think
it's a good idea because I remember being in college, and every year between Thanksgiving and December I was sick.
But I think some of them are doing virtual.
Okay.
Like for their finals and whatnot. I think some of that is virtual. But now here's something I believe is new. They canceled spring break for 2021.
Yeah.
For the spring semester, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
All students will be tested for the new coronavirus upon return. Must complete a 7-day precautionary quarantine prior to their arrival on campus.
How?
I don't know. Any student who plans to live, work, or take classes on campus or use campus facilities such as the library, gym, or dining hall must test for the virus when they return for the winter and spring semester. They must either present evidence of a negative test taken within 3 days prior to returning or submit to a campus-administered test upon arrival.
All right, makes sense.
All right. Let me read comments quick, and then we'll do the... Adam Snare says, no, sir, I would not take that vaccine, maybe in like a year, but I'm all good on the first round of vaccines. Eli Lilly is a pharmaceutical company. Thank you, Ken Pichelle. I never heard of them, but, I just sit around listening to Billy Joel music all day. Adam Snare, Tony and Sallie forgot that Sallie just said she would believe anything that Andy said. Mm-hmm. Joe Stas wants to make a comment, but I have but I have to behave or my wife would be in jail with me. Bad enough, I'm with her 24/7.
Yes, we had to point that out to you. So
Yeah.
You'd be good, Joe Staz.
Yeah.
Stay out of jail.
Yeah.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hold in our hand. Wait a minute. I can't find mine.
You can't.
Oh, I found it. Ladies and gentlemen. She just wants to show you her boobies. So what? I'm cut off a little bit on the top. Who cares?
Okay. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like we're in a huddle. Ladies and gentlemen, we hold in our hand this week's Tuesday trivia. For those of you not familiar with our Tuesday trivia, Sallie and I just ask random questions in an attempt to stump each other. And of course, we encourage you guys to comment below with your answers. We read a bunch of questions at random. We do not give the answers. We ask all the questions first. Then we go back and go over the answers. We read your answers. We read our answers. And we make fun of each other with the wrong answers. There are no prizes. There's nothing. It's just bragging rights. It's just for fun. We're just killing time. All right. All right. Are you ready?
I am.
Are you guys ready?
They are.
Good.
Question number 1.
Question number 1.
From where did the term fired come from? Meaning one lost his job. Where did it originate?
Good question. Where did it originate from? It goes back to Greek times where if you had a job to do and you didn't perform it properly, you were shot. Shots fired.
Oh.
Question number 2.
Okay.
What? Oh, I have to tell you.
Oh.
All of my questions this week are multiple choice. All of them.
All?
All of them.
All of them. Why do you say it like that?
How else should I say it?
I don't know, because you said it 5 times.
I was just enhancing my point because I expect sexual favors for this. Because I know how important multiple choice questions are to you. And I'm trying to score points.
Okay.
All right. What was the name of the band?
Billy Joel.
It's not a band.
Oh. It's not the Billy Joel band?
What was the name of the band Lionel Richie was a part of? Was it King Harvest? Was it the Spectrums? Was it the Commodores? Was it the Marshall Tucker Band?
The Commodores.
You say the Commodores.
I do.
Okay.
Okay. Question number 2.
She's like all happy now because it's multiple choice.
It is. Yeah, I is. Yeah, you're gonna. I just said I is. Okay. All right. I was looking up on
My shirt.
I was looking down your shirt and I was reading Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
So you tell me who had the highest ratings on Rotten Tomatoes. Was it, and put them in order, The Usual Suspects?
Wait. I'm putting them in the usual. I'm putting them in order of what?
The highest ratings.
Oh, okay. Usual Suspects. Yeah.
The season Parenthood.
The what?
The show Parenthood.
The show Parenthood?
Uh-huh.
As in the one we're watching?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pirate Radio.
Pirate Radio. Okay.
And Almost Famous.
She would not be asking these questions if Parenthood and Pirate Radio got worse ratings than Usual Suspects and Almost Famous.
I don't know why you would say that.
Because you're a dick.
Because I'm a dick.
All right. I'm going in this order. Pirate Radio. No, sorry. I'm going with Parenthood, Pirate Radio, Almost Famous, Usual Suspects. And that is not the opinion expressed on this show.
Just everyone else, including Rotten Tomatoes.
Andy Pajanos, who actually had to leave for a second,
Bye, Andy.
I guarantee he agrees with me. Usual Suspects is one of the best movies ever made. Almost Famous is better than Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio is a great movie. but Almost Famous is better. That's all I'm saying.
Is it?
Yes. And I bet you Andy Plagianos agrees with me that this TV show Parenthood is shit.
I bet he loves it and watches it with his daughters.
I guarantee it's such shit in his opinion that he's never even bothered to watch it and feels bad for me.
I bet you Rebecca loves it.
I completely disagree. She's never even heard of it because she wasn't even born when the show ended.
That's his wife. She was born.
Oh, sorry. I confused it with one of his daughters. No, no, she's a smart woman. She said, no, Andy, let's watch some good porn. Not this crap. I guarantee it.
All right.
Guarantee it. All right. Next question. What is the color of Donald Duck's bow tie? Is it red, yellow, blue, or white?
White.
Sallie says white.
I want to say blue.
So say blue.
But it matches the outfit. But then white is his head.
And your friend, sometimes I also look down a shirt and see some rotten tomatoes. You sticking with white?
Yes.
Okay.
Might be yellow. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Which Beatle said, "As far as I'm concerned, there won't be a Beatles reunion as long as John Lennon remains dead"?
George Harrison said that. Next question. That's how positive I am. In fact, I know where he said it, what year it was. I'm a geek. Speaking of Veterans Day, what does the D in D-Day stand for? Is it Dooms, Dark, Denmark, Dunkirk? Dooms, Dark, Denmark, Dunkirk. What does the D in D-Day stand for?
What are the choices again?
Doomsday, Dark Day, Denmark Day, Dunkirk Day.
What's Dunkirk?
It's a city,
Where?
I think. Look it up.
Hmm.
Isn't Dunkirk where D-Day occurred?
Maybe.
I think it is.
I'm going to go with that.
You're going to go with Dunkirk.
You'd think I'd have heard it before.
Wasn't it? Yeah,
Dunes.
I think that is the city where, in Germany, I think. Because isn't there a movie called Dunkirk? I don't know if it has anything to do with that or not.
Regarding the New York Mets, what does the word Met stand for?
Metropolitans. I am kicking ass this week.
You are. I'm doing really bad with my multiple choice.
Oh, did you have multiple choice and I interrupted you?
No.
Oh.
No, like you're giving
saying,
me multiple
got
choice, and I'm like,
All right. This next question is multiple choice, but I don't even need to give the multiple choice because it is that easy.
Okay.
So you're welcome. You're welcome. According to Forrest Gump, life was like...
really?
Yeah, that's my question.
Box chocolates.
Okay, next question.
What was your multiple choice answers?
According to Forrest Gump, life was like a bag of lemons, a handful of roses, a lollipop, or a box of chocolates.
Okay.
Life was like a lollipop.
All right, so we are number 5. All right, okay, so top ice cream pick for Americans. What's the top ice cream flavor? Not like Friendlies or...
Is this
Myers.
multiple choice?
No.
Vanilla.
All right, so here are the percentages, and I'll give them later. It's between chocolate chip, cookie dough, cookies and cream, strawberry, mint chocolate, vanilla, chocolate.
So it is multiple choice.
Well, yeah, I figured I'd make it easier, but those are the choices because no one's bringing up, butter pecan or something. So
Just
yeah.
pick a flavor.
All right. It's your question. You had to pick a flavor.
I did.
Vanilla. Okay.
Right. Oh, All right, well, this question kind of goes with that.
Okay.
What is the number one cookie in the United States? Is it Chips Ahoy? Is it Milano? Is it Girl Scout Thin Mints? Or is it Oreos? The number one cookie in America. Is it Chips Ahoy, Milano, Girl Scout Thin Mints, or Oreo?
What's Milano?
Milano, it's that Italian cookie. It comes in that white package, and you have to roll the bag up. And you'd know it if you saw it.
Okay. I'm not going to pick that one. I'm going to say Oreo.
Okay. Andrew Frender. Dunkirk is what Spock used to tell Captain Kirk when he was done with something. Dunkirk.
All right, so this is the last one.
Already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sex and the City.
Okay, let's go.
Sarah Jessica Parker, Kim Cattrall, Cynthia Nixon, and Kristen Davis.
Correct. True.
Who was only one of the 4 characters that did not get naked during the show?
Kristen Davis. No. Sarah Jessica Parker. Sarah Jessica Parker did not get naked.
We'll see.
Sarah just... Oh, trust me. I know that show well.
We all know it's not Kim Cattrall. That poor girl.
Poor
Oh my
girl?
God.
Poor girl.
I think they
Love
just
that
sat around thinking, what can we make Kim
And she
Cattrall
was
do?
more than willing. Believe me, I think it was in her contract that she requested, I must get naked on this show. You know how many movies she showed her boobies in?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Like, I watched the show and I think she must be driving to work going, what the fuck am I going to have to do today?
No, then she even put out a book with her husband at the time. I believe they're now divorced, but he put out some sex book.
Oh, really?
A book
Oh, good. I don't feel
like
so
about,
bad about
like the
it
science
anymore.
of sex, but they took pictures and stuff for this
I'd be
book.
driving to work like...
I know I'm probably one of the handful of people. I thought Cynthia Nixon was the hottest thing on that show.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love her as an actress too. She's a phenomenal
She's gay,
actress.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
She wasn't always. She was married with kids, and then she left her husband for a woman. Which I wish they did that on the show with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just thought her characters, like the people that she was like married to on the show or with, like she never had like interesting good partners. They were always like dopes.
No, Steve was funny. I like Steve. Steve?
Yeah.
Steve. I like Steve. He was
I
funny.
guess.
Although I haven't seen him in anything since. All right. What does the E in Chuck E. Cheese stand for? Is it Ernest? Is it Edward? Is it entertainment? Is it extra?
This is your 6th question?
No, my 5th.
I already did my 6th.
The Sex in the City, that was your sex question?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
You don't get to ask a sex question.
Yes, I do. I'm saving that for next week. You have a week to think about what the E stands for.
I'm going to look it up. I'm going to Google it, and then I'm going to know.
Great. Cheater. The average sex session.
Session?
The average sex session goes for how many thrusts when you're banging? Is it 10 to 50 thrusts? Is it
That's sad.
Is it 100 to 500 thrusts?
Wait, 100 to
500 thrusts. Is it 500 to 1,000 thrusts? Is it 5,000 to 10,000 thrusts?
The average, though.
Average sex session goes for how many thrusts? 10 to 50, 100 to 500, 500 to 1,000, 5,000 to 10,000. Put that phone down. What are you doing?
I'm
You're
getting
going
my
to watch
calculator
porn.
out.
You're going to watch porn and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
What are the choices again? Don't bother with the first one. It just makes me mad.
100 to 500, 10 to 50, 100 to 500, 500 to 1,000, 5,000 to 10,000.
500 to 1,000.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh.
Andrew Frender gets naked when he watches Sex in the City. As a matter of fact, they should rename the show Sax in the City.
All right. So what are the answers?
I'm
for,
still scrolling. Go ahead. Well,
being fired?
ask the question.
Where did the term fired, where did that come from? Where did it originate?
Nikki says Donald Trump. You're fired. Ken Bichelle says the Middle Ages.
He fired his Secretary of Defense this week by tweet.
Seriously? Wow. Donald Trump says Andrew Fremder. Kirsten says the Romans.
Why?
She doesn't say. Elizabeth says hell. Oh, because you're going to hell. Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Andrew Plajanos comes from brick making.
Like you were thrown in a brick oven or something?
Oh. Okay, that's all I got. Wait a minute. Joan says something with a gun. All right, now that's it.
The most popular explanation for why we say someone was fired from their job goes back to when civilizations were evolving and all had to work and trade so that everyone's needs were met. If someone wasn't contributing or was hurting the greater good of the society, others would burn down their house. And when they would see that their houses were burned down, they pretty much knew that they weren't wanted and had to move on.
Goodness. Wow.
Mm-hmm. I've actually heard that before.
So you guys think we have it bad now
Like
with
your
looting
hut.
and riots.
Like
People
your-
burning each other's houses
Like
down.
your teepee.
Your pee-pee?
Your
Don't
teepee.
burn my pee-pee. What was the name of the band Lionel Richie was a part of?
Commodores.
Everybody knew that one.
Okay, so in order of Rotten Tomatoes,
Yep.
it's not as bad as you think.
All right.
You said what?
Well, repeat the question.
Well, I just made it up in my head. I have the answers, but I just made up the question. According to Rotten Tomatoes, in the order of these 4 shows or movies, which was rated the highest?
Right.
The Usual Suspects,
Mm-hmm.
the show Parenthood, Almost Famous, or Pirate Radio. Now, I love Pirate Radio, and obviously Parenthood. And I really like Almost Famous too, but not as much as Pirate Radio. And Tony loves The Usual Suspects, which...
The masses agree. I mean, it's known as one of the best movies ever made.
Is it?
Yes, I'm not joking about that. That's true.
Oh.
So I said, and again, it's not my opinion. I'm just trying to answer this question, but I put Parenthood as number 1.
Parenthood is number 1. At 95, rated at 95. Season 6 Season 6 was rated at 95, as were the others. Season 3 was rated at 100.
100?
Yes. So, but here's where the news gets a little bit better. Both Usual Suspects and Almost Famous were rated at 89.
And what's Pirate Radio rated as?
61. I was really surprised.
I wasn't.
I thought it would be like 98.
No, that movie was a little corny at times.
It's so
Almost Famous is
good.
fantastic.
Emma
Did you
Thomas.
watch Almost Famous? Did you watch this movie?
It's good. I really enjoyed it. But I don't know. I just like
Nikki said Almost Famous. Joan said Parenthood.
We're on the last season of Parenthood.
Thank you, Andy Plajanos. Yes, we finished season 5. We have one more season to go with this shit.
But Kevin had a good point yesterday. He pointed out that you really can't really know a season unless you've watched it through twice.
Which is why Kevin's now dead. Andy Plajanos agrees the Usual Suspects is great. He agrees that Almost Famous is great. Joan Croupier, she doesn't even know these other movies. That's how bad they are.
All right, so what color is stupid Donald Duck's tie? I can't picture it.
Andy Plajanos, Parenthood, what gender of porn is that? What gender?
Genre.
Sorry. All right, Donald Duck's tie. You said...
White, navy blue,
you said
maybe
white.
it's yellow.
Right. The choices were red, yellow, blue, white.
Blue.
Kirsten said red. Nikki said blue. Ken Pichelle said yellow. Andy Pagano said Donald Duck's bow tie is yellow. Joan Grabiercha says red. Elizabeth says red. Red is the correct answer.
That would be the only choice I wouldn't have picked.
Well, you didn't because you picked almost the rest of them.
That's what I mean. Like I picked like everything else but that. Yeah. All right. So, which you answered in a lickety split second. Which Beatle said, "As far as I'm concerned, there won't." You should do it in your English accent. As far as I'm concerned, there won't. I can't do it. You have to do it.
Keep trying.
I can't.
Go
There
ahead.
won't be a Beatles reunion as long as John Lennon remains dead. You have to do it.
No, it's your question. You do it.
I can't.
Come on, I'll give you $1. Go.
No, I can't do accents.
All right. Well, don't ever pick on me for not singing.
Oh, you can sing though.
I can't.
George Harrison is correct. I didn't even say anything. You said it so fast. You should like when you know a question, because sometimes like especially with music, you know them like so fast. You should like.
Well, people still
Wait a
disagree with me.
second.
Ken Pichelle said John Lennon said it.
Yeah. That's very funny.
Joan said Paul. Andy Pagano said George. Andy Fremder wonders why Donald Duck can never find his pants.
Remember the first time like someone pointed that out? How like why do these animated characters not wear pants? You're like, how did I not notice that?
Oh, some of them were completely naked. Tom and Jerry were naked.
But at least that made
Bugs
sense.
Bunny was naked.
Then you're just like, oh, it's an animated mouse. He has fur. It makes sense. But then when you like see other animals where they're like they don't have pants, you're like, how did I not notice that? What do you got?
George Harrison said it at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, did he? Wow, that's a big statement to make there. Because,
Well, John was already dead.
yeah, but I know, but have they've had reunions, have they?
Not public reunions, no. They, they didn't play live in a concert or anything.
Yeah, they sit around on the lawn and play ukulele.
Well, yeah, but that was part of a Beatles special. But even then, they didn't. They were just talking about the Beatles. But they just reunited on record because they took some of John's songs that he'd never finished and finished them. And since they're all 4 Beatles are on it, then you can call it the Beatles.
That's nice.
So even okay. What is the D and D? What does the D and D Day stand for? Nikki says Dunkirk. Ken Pichelle says Dunkirk. Kirsten says Doom. Andy Plagano's D and D Day is for day. H for hour, D for day. It's a military convention. No, but it's not. But it's D Day. It's 2 separate. It's not
That's
D.
like saying day day.
Right, like ATM.
Yeah.
An ATM machine is redundant because
It's
the M in ATM stands for machine.
Yeah, automated telemachine machine.
You said
Dunk, clonk, whatever it is.
you can't even say the word. So, try it again.
No, Dunkirk. I don't even know the city.
Dunkirk.
I never heard of it.
Well, that's the right answer.
I know, that's why I picked it. Regarding the New York Mets, what does the word Mets stand for?
Metropolitans.
Mm-hmm.
Kirsten said what Tony said. Ken Pichelle said Metropolitans. Joan said it. Kirsten said again what Tony said. Kirsten just likes agreeing with me. I think Kirsten likes me. Let's go get her. Met stands for meh. Everybody tries singing. What? Oh, I get it now. Meh. Those are the initials. Meh. Everybody tries singing. Metropolitans. Oh. I saw even according to Forrest Gump, life was like a box of chocolates. Yep, everybody knew that one.
Top ice cream pick for Americans.
Joan says chocolate. Kirsten says chocolate. Andy Pagano says chocolate. Joan says vanilla. Elizabeth says vanilla. I said vanilla. Nikki says vanilla. And that's it.
You are wrong.
Is it mint chocolate chip?
No.
Oh, what is it?
Chocolate.
I love chocolate.
I thought this would make you so happy, but
It does.
You were like, no, I can't be that happy. It has to be vanilla.
We're going to celebrate today with some chocolate ice cream tonight.
Are you going to get some?
Well, we're going out to dinner with our friends.
Yeah.
And we usually have ice cream with them.
We do?
We do.
Oh.
Have you forgotten? Oh, because you're Irish
It's
and drunk.
usually just like a celebration. A lot of times we'll do cookies and stuff. Sometimes we'll just do potato chips.
We only did potato chips once. We've been doing cookies, but we don't have cookies to get anymore because White Post is closed.
Yeah.
Ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream. So the top pick among U.S. adults is the classic chocolate ice cream. Close to 1 to 5. Like,
What?
it's a big deal.
Oh.
It's like a lot. So 17% of Americans say that they like vanilla. Oh, sorry. 17% is chocolate. Vanilla is 15%. So that's kind of close.
It's very close.
Yeah, I didn't see the period as I was reading it. So I'm going to start again. So 17% picked chocolate. 15% picked vanilla. Strawberry was 8. Who would pick strawberry?
Not me.
Mint chocolate chip is 8. Butter pecan is 8. Chocolate chip cookie dough is 6. And cookie and cream is 6. I would think cookie and cream would be a lot higher.
That's my daughter's favorite.
You know what is in here that I was really surprised about?
Snot.
Peanut butter. Like any type of like chocolate peanut butter ice cream, vanilla peanut butter ice cream, peanut butter cups.
I was thinking...
It's a big favorite.
I was actually thinking the cookie dough.
Yeah.
I thought that would be on that list somewhere.
It is on the list, but I don't think it's that great.
Oh. I thought a lot of people love that, don't they?
Just about as much as chocolate or cookie and cream.
Oh.
So, anyway. Interesting. I thought it would be vanilla too, because so many people are like, oh, I don't like chocolate ice cream.
What is the number one cookie in the U.S.?
I said Oreo.
You did. The other choices were Chips Ahoy, Milano, Girl Scout Thin Mints. Everybody is saying Oreo, although Ken Pichelle says honorable mention to the Milano. Andy Fremder, I'm not sure what the number one cookie is. I might have to ask the monster.
The Cookie Monster.
Yeah, but everybody else said Oreos, and they would be correct.
You know why I picked it?
No, tell us why you picked it.
Because they have the most commercials.
Oh. Rios. Why? What? Because they make... What
They
does that mean?
advertise the most, and so it just leads me to believe that they have enough money to advertise more, and I don't know, it's just kind of a circle of events that happens with big companies. So if they're on the TV a lot, they probably sell the most.
All right.
Back to you, Tony Walker.
That was my question.
Back to me. All right, last one.
Well, for you.
Sex in the City. Who didn't have to take their clothes off in sex scenes?
Sarah Jessica Parker.
What did people say?
Nikki said Sarah. Kirsten Davis is... Kirsten says Kristen Davis. Kristen Davis, she showed just a little part of her nip once. That's all we got out of her
One
that
nip?
whole show. But it wasn't even... It was like my head. It was cut off. It was just a little nip. That's it.
This poor girl.
Andy says Sarah Jessica Parker. Joan says Sarah Jessica Parker. That's it.
It was Sarah Jessica Parker, only because when the show started, she had a no nudity clause already in her contract working as an actress for all those years.
I get the impression that she would not really...
Because she was like a child actor, too.
No,
so,
true, yeah.
Like, she was probably pretty lawyered up starting way back when.
All right, thank you guys for... but I Cynthia Nixon, she probably got naked just as much as Kim Cattrall.
Really? No. There's
Yes,
no one
I think so.
on any show ever that had to be in the positions that Kim Cattrall's. It was unreal. One time she was dating that waiter. Remember, like towards the end of the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You just looked at me blankly for a minute. Do you remember that episode? They're like,
Well, she dated him for several episodes, didn't she?
yeah, but the very first time when they went back to her place and they had sex, like, she was on top of like chairs. They were like, I'm like, this poor girl. So no, I don't think Nixon had half the sex scenes or nudity.
Yeah, but you forget too. The last season or two, Kim Cattrall didn't get naked because
she was sick.
They made her sick, and the show got way too serious at that point too. And the movies blew chunks, man.
They were bad.
Those movies sucked. What a disappointment those movies were.
I completely agree with you. 'Cause like the whole
they're getting married. They're not getting married. He leaves her. He gets back to her.
Big, that guy.
Big, yeah. And we had, right here on the show, we had a guy who was on that show.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Hartnett, who still is in touch with us sometimes on social media. Good guy. All right, so thank you guys for answering the E question about Chuck E. Cheese. I am saving that for next week.
What is it? The answer.
I just said I'm saving it for next week.
Ernest?
Some of them said earnest, some of them said entertainment. We're saving that for next week. The average sex session, sound like I'm stuttering. The average sex session, the average sex session goes for how many thrusts? 10 to 50, 100 to 500, 500 to 1,000, 5,000 to 10,000. Sally,
you said average, so
yeah,
that's
average.
why I said the second to the last, because,
you said 500 to 1,000.
There's plenty of times that it is and should be more,
Nikki and Kirsten both say 10 to 50. Our apologies. Ken Pichella isn't going to answer that question.
50?
Andy Pagano said 500 to 1,000.
That's probably the average.
According to Andy Fremder, it depends on what the Viagra allows. Andy Pagano said he can only speak for himself. Joan Croupier says 10 to 50. Elizabeth says 100 to 500.
No.
Joan says if you're over 50, it's 500. This just in, says Andrew Fremder. The guy that invented autocorrect just passed away. His gravestone said, may he rest in piss. I just looked. The yellow is the accent piping. What?
I don't know.
What? The D-Day is for day. From the LA Times, the D simply stands for day. The designation was traditionally used for the date of any important military operation or invasion, according to the National World War II Museum. I'm sorry.
I go with Andy.
So it's day?
Day.
What? The whole ice cream exchange was super sexual. Oh yeah, you're gonna get some later. We're gonna lick the cone. Cynthia Nixon got naked a lot in that show. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. The average sex session goes for how many thrusts? 100 to 500.
Really?
Really? Well, unless Andy Pagano knows better.
Well, you figure it's like what? It's more like each thrust is like a second, right? Give or take. Right?
No, I'm going to disagree with that. I would think you get several thrusts in a second.
No, like use your typical,
Well, it depends how fast
use
you
your
go.
typical knocking it out, I'm serious. Like it's like give or take a second. So you figure 60 seconds is 1 minute. 60.
Okay.
So 60 times,
Well, we're
15 minutes.
We're talking about
like
the average. The average. You can't go on experience with me, Sally, as I am above average.
Yeah, so you figure like 15 minutes is average.
Me and Sting, we have competitions.
Yeah, that's bad.
Well, there you go. Nice job, everybody. I got most of your questions right.
Yeah, I don't think I did as well.
Everybody have a great day. Today's Tuesday. So we have, what's today? Tuesday. No, thank you for one last shot of those boobs. No Rhyme, No Reason with Jeff Bosey and Rich Rader tonight at 6:30. Love those guys. Love that show. We also love Carla, Mike, and Tim. They got Domestic Disturbance coming on at 9:30. Mm-hmm. Two great shows here at Govs Radio. Oh, and don't forget, tomorrow at 11, Marla Schultz with Flip the Switch with Marla Schultz, starting her new day and time tomorrow. Flip the shit. And don't forget, tomorrow night at 7:30, Don Sill, Benny Rizzuti with Pasusu. Put up, shut up, and stand up. No, it's D-Day. When you do a countdown, an abbreviation, it is D10 down to D1 to D-Day. Then D plus 1, D plus 8. Oh, all right.
Good to know. Oh, Jeff Bosey.
Jeff Bosey's watching. Hello, Jeff. We just mentioned your show. Tonight at 6:30. Domestic Disturbance on at 9:30. Tomorrow, Marla Schultz, Flip the Switch. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Don Sill, Benny Rizzuti with Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up. Followed by Christy Unleashed with Christy Miller and J.C. Best. Everybody have a great day. Just like when NASA launches a rocket, they say T-10. Yes, we got it! Average must be quickie, says Elizabeth. Elizabeth apparently had a good sex life. You're not late. The show just started before you got here. Everybody have a great day. Enjoy your Wednesday. Enjoy Marla tomorrow at 11. Watch all the shows. And Sallie and I will be back here Thursday at 11 a.m. See you, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.